And do. Don't be fooled. I'm making the Skype noises. I know I replicated them pretty seamlessly. Lucky Bat Uwu, hack 'em slash, where are they at? Titahan, holy shit, this is a long video today. Hack 'em, I didn't get to finish the video. Mm-hmm. EJ95, awa. Why is Adobe Lightroom Classic verifying right now?
Great question.
Adobe Lightroom just does this every now and then. I don't get it. I'm not actively using Adobe Lightroom. I didn't use it today.
Interesting. Interesting.
Although
must be something going on with the internet.
It totally could be. Although now it says excellent connection. I just jimmied the cord a little. That should fix it, right?
Maybe that's what it was.
We'll see. The hair of Stengahan. Ooh. Weirdling. Hello, I haven't seen any of the other Plague Marine streams. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, it will be. Adobe Creative Cloud Lightroom Classic has been updated successfully. Or verified successfully. Thank goodness. I would hate for them to think that I was using an unverified account.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Daniel Thompson. Took too long to load. Dislike. Dancing of Doom. Stream suffering issues. Dislike.
Everything. Dislike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna blame YouTube because it's more fun.
Yeah. Take that, business daddy.
Although, like, now you sound fine. Now the stream is fine. It's weird.
It was weird.
Yeah. I know, like, a couple, like, what was it, yesterday, a couple days ago, whatever, like, every website was down because the Google Cloud stuff was all messed up. So, like, Spotify was down, Discord was down. Everything that you used to waste your time was down.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, people were so productive for that couple hours.
It was crazy. I mean, we actually solved world hunger, we fixed cancer. Yeah.
But now we're back. We can be listening to Tay-Sway and doing everything we need to do.
Exactly. Nowadays. So when they remove dislikes, will it look like you guys never get interaction?
I guess
Probably.
I guess people aren't going to leave likes.
I don't know what we're going to do. But yeah, I still see dislikes. I still see the number.
I don't though. It's weird.
I know. It is weird. Monitor too fast, dislike. Too slow, dislike. You overcooked chicken, disliked. You undercooked fish, also disliked.
Ryan Ficht last video had bad opinions and everyone other than Puerto Rabo was wrong. 3 dislikes. Oh my goodness, 3 dislikes. I like Puerto Rabo. Damn. Is that why my opinions on Puerto Rabo were good? I feel like I liked all of them. Also, people pointed out in the comments that Magnus and the Space Wolves guy were part of like a diorama together when they were launched, and it makes perfect sense because they're like the 2 best sculpted ones. So whatever was going on that day, the sculptor was just feeling hot and doing some really, really good work.
I mean, someone said that they they're hand sculpted, which I could believe, but also all sculpted by the same person, which seems insane.
That does seem crazy because some of them are far superior to others. Can someone summarize a 50-minute video? All the Primarchs are fine.
There you go.
I guess it could just be Primarch fine. Cayman Astartes, Lemon Roast, Primarch of the Space Wolves. Sean, Primarch video is great, but Forge World can go F themselves. Between the buses and the prices, it's not for me. Oh, good old clicking on those buses. Just clicking on those buses.
Mm-hmm. I prefer the boats myself, personally. Yeah. That's what I like the most.
Dancing Doom, Gilliman's scenic base was badass, but Alfarius Omegon was the best looking. Yeah, Alfarius Omegon is amazing. That's just a pretty sick model.
Lee Quinn, from the thumbnail, I was worried Jay was going to be wrong and like Gilliman over Magnus.
Man, Magnus is so good.
Yeah.
Like one thing I just to make the video longer, what I should have said is that some of the models I feel as they sculpted armor first, and some of them look like they were sculpted like human first. And Gilliman is totally a armor first, but Magnus is totally a body first.
Yeah, I can see that.
EJ95, Jay, I challenge you to build terrain out of sprues. No thanks. That sounds like a lot of work, and it's going to look bad in the end.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of people online that have done a really good job.
That's true. I'll just buy or print really, really good looking terrain.
Okay. I guess that's fine. Sean, I don't know how anyone can justify the prices of buying Forge World.
Me either. It's pretty shocking.
I think it makes sense if you're like massively wealthy.
That's true.
What was that?
That was my phone.
Oh, that's rude.
It's the limited edition, special edition, collector's item run Sanguinius is gorgeous. Too bad you can only get it from China now. Yeah, he actually came on a base that was pretty cool and made sense, but now they just sell them without the base, unlike all the other ones where they sell it with the base.
Yeah,
that insanity.
Yeah, that is odd.
Like, his pose makes perfect sense when you have the thing he's fighting on there. Like, and it's even, like, his legs are, like, kicking the demon, and his arm is, like, pushing away the demon's hands. Like, all of a sudden, when you take that away, it doesn't make any sense. He just looks like a Christmas tree topper. It's like $150.
Like you're not using your imagination.
I mean, that's true, but for $150, I don't want to use my imagination. I want it to be self-evident.
Well then.
Monitor disappears into bush with new Forge World models. Daniel Thompson, how about making sprues out of terrain? Now there's an idea.
Ooh. I think that'd be a very interesting video. Just like melting down very, very, very expensive
Mm-hmm.
models and then just turning them into sprue.
The Quinn in Australia, when the Chaos Dreads were made of metal, it was cheaper to get Forge World Dreads. I guess that makes sense because they literally weigh a pound. I have 2 metal dreadnoughts, and literally they're obnoxiously heavy. It's like a baseball made out of pewter.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the Forge World regular Venerable Dreadnoughts. I thought that they looked super cool. They had like one for each faction of Space Marines. The Black Templar one was sweet. And then they're just like, no more, because we're Forge World and we just stop making things all the time.
Good old Forge World.
Mm-hmm. Good old Forge World. I love buying things from Forge World. I've bought literally 4s of things from Forge World.
Mm-hmm. I know the first couple things you bought from Forge World, you bought it when the British pound tanked.
Yeah.
So it was cheap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 20% off or something crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, Forge World, I mean, they make some cool miniatures, but I don't think they're worth double the price.
I think they're worth triple, honestly.
Yeah, of Games Workshop's cool models.
Mm-hmm. EJ95. Random thought. I didn't like the Yarick episode of Hammer and Bolter, but I liked the other ones you've shown. I read the Yarick novel, so I just felt done with the episode, but the library one was really good. It was really cool.
Yeah, I like the Yarick one. I haven't read the Yarick novels. Maybe I'll have to give those a try, but I liked it. It made him seem suitably badass, and it also gave a nice insight to the orcs and how they think. I've heard from one person who I'm sure is correct on YouTube that the orcs were incredibly misrepresented, and that the orcs actually aren't funny or silly like that. They're actually incredibly dark and depressing. But tell that to the snaz whacking boomdaka.
Yep. But I thought orcs were supposed to be smiling.
Zooeygeist. My galaxy brain tried to speed dry my pretty much finished Venom Crawler today with my mini space heater, and the spikes on the top melted and folded over sideways. I almost died. That's pretty rough. Maybe if you do it again and you hang it upside down, you can get them to fall back the right way. Yeah, heat in plastic is dangerous. It can also make the plastic more brittle. Yeah, definitely probably not a good idea to use a space heater. I think a hair dryer is fairly safe if you just blast it for only a few seconds, or just use it on like warm instead of the hot setting. Mine has a warm and a hot, and usually I just go hot, but warm works if I really need to lay on some heat for a while.
My hair dryer is pink.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a Hello Kitty brand.
Exactly. My orcs are silly.
Yeah. Ryan, that person was wrong, says I. I agree. I think the orcs can be both. Like, I think from the Imperial Guard's perspective, orcs are pretty savage and brutal. But from the orcs' perspective, they're pretty kind of just fun and lighthearted. Yeah, it's almost like you can kind of make anything your own.
What? Jeez Louise. George Gajardo got my red Gobbo today. Gonna start assembly. It's grimdark and adorable.
Christian Ariza, tips or recommendations on making terrain from scratch? Yeah, probably a foam core board and a hot glue gun.
Oh yeah,
that'll get you like 90% of the way.
Yep.
Jason in Alaska, my Custodes army has a bit of forge drill because they are the best units for the army. Dreads, Sagatirum, and Venatari. Oh yeah, the Forge World stuff for the Custodes is amazing. It looks really, really nice. EJ95, Jay, what hand drill do you recommend? I don't know. I've bought 2 on Amazon. One is great, and then the other one is like the same exact thing but worse. So I don't know. I mean, they both get the job done. It's just one I need to keep oiling, or else it squeaks.
But what if you want one that squeaks?
I don't know. I think whatever one you buy will work. They're not temperamental machines. Little pin vise. If Games Workshop still sells theirs, don't buy it. It stinks. Theirs doesn't have a ratcheting chuck. It just has like collets, and you have to flip the collet if you want to put in bigger drill bits. So yeah, don't buy the Games Workshop one. Lance Fantasy Gaming, hello everyone. Liam Hagen, da boys. Aaron Ferguson. Ferris Man is translated into Iron Hands, so Iron Hands with his irons led his legion. The Iron Hands who had the obsession with chopping off their hands and replacing them with Iron Hands. Of course.
Love a good Iron Hand.
BSRC Vids. Hey Jay, if I'm using a black primer on a model that most of the model's base color is going to also be black, should I airbrush the black all over the model to make it easier to just paint, or just paint brush on the armor? I mean, if you have an airbrush, I just airbrush everything. Airbrush the primer on. And honestly, yeah. I often just skip painting black on top of black primer. Because who's going to know? Unless whatever black primer you use is really, really matte or something. Sometimes that happens. And so if you want something a little bit more satiny, that's really, really like jet black, you might want to put on another layer of a different type of black. But yeah, I definitely wouldn't brush on anything if you have an airbrush. Liam Hagen, I think really fancy orcs would be fun to make. I think so too. Orcs in nice clothes
with like monocles.
Yeah, top hats.
I mean, they make stuff like that. Doesn't Spellcrow make stuff like that or something? One of those bits.
I think they make like nice uniformed orcs, like World War I stylings orcs.
Liam Hagen, paint over black with black so it can be black.
There you go.
Sean, Nick ever considered some Chaos Orcs? Nope. Mine are blue.
Jason, Alaska. Custodes Sagitarium are a troop's choice that gets a Custodes Super Bolter Disintegration Beam weapon. Holy cow, I gotta see this disintegration weapon. Sagittarium. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, place your bets. Am I gonna have to take a captcha? I am!
Yes, and it's gonna be boats. Boats.
I am human. It's buses! Boop,
Damn.
boop, boop, boop. Next. Boop. No, wait, that's a train. Boop, 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 boop. Verify. Alright. Oh, it's like I thought these were shotguns. I see no beam disintegrator weapon, unless it's a type of bolter. They look dope though. I like these bolters. They look really, really cool. Oh, they look cool in the Custodes' hands. The Custodes are just awesome. And they're pretty cheap at like what, $12 a guy?
Yeah.
E-5, these death guards are challenging the Emperor's children in the beauty department. Yeah, they are. They're pretty. They're pretty little princesses.
Exactly. George Gajardo, failing a CAPTCHA is a crappy way to find out you're actually a robot.
I saw a great meme today that was Harrison Ford from Blade Runner looking at a terminal, and it showed what he was looking at, and it says, click here to prove you're not a robot.
Great. John B., how dare you bring up cost per model?
I like them. I guess the saving grace is that you only need like 30 models ever. Whereas with orcs, you start at 30 models.
Right.
And then you go up from there.
And that's too few.
Yeah. Ian Leche, flesh-colored orcs, or even better, Urukai painted orcs. I bet flesh-colored orcs would actually be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, plague orcs. Ooh, plague orcs would be cool. Plague. Plague.
Plague. Lee Quinn, still better than Skaven, where you start with 100 models.
That's true. I wonder why people didn't flock to Warhammer Fantasy Battles.
Great question.
Actually, Warhammer Fantasy Battles is the greatest game ever made.
Yeah, that's why no one played it.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
The only reason that people didn't play it is because they didn't realize how great it was. They just didn't understand.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. Akino Canones, what's the worst mainstream army money-wise? My guess is Tyranids.
Yeah, probably Tyranids or orcs. You need lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff.
Yeah.
And they're expensive. Because everything's expensive.
This is all correct.
Christian Ariza, what if you were a Primarch? What would your army be called, and what's your theme? I think that as a Primarch, I would be Hello Kitty, and then my theme would be pink, with white flower accents. No mouths anywhere, and pretty dresses.
I would be the baby son from Teletubbies. I don't know. I just got a lot of Teletubbies on the mind.
Yeah, well, you're rewatching it, right?
Yeah,
because it's back on Netflix or something.
Yeah, yeah. I go back and forth between episodes of Teletubbies and Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm. And what's great is you can watch them both in beautiful widescreen, right?
Yeah. Everyone loves widescreen. It's stuff that wasn't originally widescreen.
Ryan Feet. Adeptus Ridiculous put out a Nurgle episode today. Do you think they watched the stream? I guess probably not. Are they an hour behind or an hour ahead?
I'm gonna say they watched the stream. I don't care.
Yeah, they're watching right now. Mm-hmm. All of them are watching.
Yep.
Shadowhawk551. Quick off-topic question: giant sentient scorpions, giant sentient spiders, or giant sentient antlions? I think scorpions. Scorpions are fun.
I think spiders.
Don't antlions just live in the dirt, like, forever?
Yep.
I remember antlions is one of the thousands of enemies in Terraria. And for literally for 100 hours of gameplay, I just didn't read their name correctly. And so I thought they were called Antillions. Because never once did I actually read their name. That pops up every time you see one. The Distraction, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Orcs. Oh, I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's a sweet movie. Ian Chevy, which wore it better? Which wore better green? Orcs, Salamanders, or Imperial Guard? Gotta give it to the Orcs.
Mm-hmm. Damn straight. Daniel Thompson, I mean, Seinfeld is really a prequel to Teletubbies if you think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tinky Winky is actually based on Larry David.
Yeah. Jason, Alaska. Custodies can also just take a unit of 3 troops. So a total of 9 models is your complete troops if you want. That's pretty awesome. I think Games Workshop should lean harder into trying to balance things based on the number of models. Because right now everything is based off of like 5s and 10s. Some things are in 3s and 2s, but most things are 5s and 10s, and it seems ridiculous. Like 10 Space Marines should be not even close to 10 Tau Fire Warriors. But like, what if it was like 3 Space Marines are the equivalent of, 6 Tau, and 6 Tau is the equivalent of 12 Orcs, and 12 Orcs are the equivalent of 16 Tyranids. I feel like that would work out better than everything coming in 5s and 10s and just being really unequal.
Yeah.
But they sell everything in 5s and 10s, so it would require quite the overhaul.
10th edition.
Yeah. It's probably right around the corner. No, hopefully not.
It shouldn't be.
Honestly, they should stop doing editions. It seems a little ridiculous when you think about it, right? Like, we're on the 9th edition of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Warhammer Fantasy Battles died in 9th edition.
Well, you heard it here, folks. 40k end times.
Yep.
Aesthetics Deluxe, y'all really believe the squat rumors for 2022?
No. Who was claiming squat rumors? Is it you?
People have mentioned it on our chat before, a bunch. that other YouTubers have said that that's what's going to happen.
Never once heard this ever.
Hmm. Yeah.
I think for sure, no. I think they used up all of their squat mojo for the Caradron Overlords, and I think they did an excellent job.
King is the squat rumors are for a kill team.
Oh, that's possible. I mean, anything's possible with new kill team because they've kind of left it wide open for whatever they want.
Yep.
Aestheticus Deluxe, the leaked schedule for 2021 and 2022 has them. Interesting. You know what, though? How are these things getting leaked? Because I wonder if they're not just being published by the company online to build hype and drama.
That'd be pretty good. That'd be smart.
Yeah. Because how is this stuff getting leaked? Is there some disgruntled worker since the dawn of time at Games Workshop who's always just been sneakily, copying their release schedule and then putting it online?
I don't know.
Because there's always been the rumored leaked schedule forever. I mean, it'll type in leaked schedule into Bell of Lost Souls. You're gonna get 10 articles a year since 2002.
Yeah. I think that there's a man on the inside.
Mm-hmm. RT. Anyone else looking forward to when Disney buys Games Workshop? I cannot wait. I think that'll be great.
Hilarious. We were both talking about that
Yep.
today. So that's probably the best thing that could ever happen.
Yeah, I don't think that could come soon enough.
No.
You know what they say? It's when Games Workshop goes mainstream is really when everything is going to be perfect. I think universally that's agreed upon.
Yeah, I've heard that, especially from a certain circle.
Because usually what mainstream really means is it's no longer my favorite. It's overrated. Too many people like this too much.
I don't think I've ever felt that way about anything. Like, isn't it always better for people to like things?
No. Well, because they don't like it the right way.
Oh.
You know how to really like it, and how to really accept it, and what's best.
Interesting. I never thought about it like that, but now that you said it,
I always think that what's best for artistic ventures is don't listen to anyone. Just listen to whatever you think, and hopefully it keeps working out. Because as soon as you start to give the people what they want, it never works out. Although, you know what, sometimes your instincts are wrong. I mean, look at the prequels. That was George Lucas 110%. Oops.
Yeah.
Although the new movies, I think they tried to please too many people. You know, they kicked Rose Tico out of the movies because too many YouTube videos were mean, which is just terrible.
Yeah.
So I think maybe at the end of the day, it's just up to everyone as an individual to entertain themselves and to enjoy things.
What?
As opposed to leaving it up to businesses and corporations to entertain them and make them feel happy.
Anyone else leaving? I'm gone. I can't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm. Lee Quinn, squat rumors came from a rumor that was deleted from Bolter and Chainsword. God, is Bolter and Chainsword still active? I know they've had a like $1,000 fundraiser that hasn't met its goal in like 8 years. Bolter and Chainsword.
Popped right up.
Yep, they're at
my God.
$2,460 of 3,000. And you know what? I guarantee that's exactly what it was at in 2016, the last time I went on Bolter and Chainsword.
How can I down? I want to see I wanted to see it go up.
Mm-hmm. I just hop back on the way back and start clicking on some points.
That's hilarious.
Jason Alaska, best way to build hype but also maintain expectations. That is true because it's a leak. So if it doesn't end up happening, then they're they didn't officially say it was going to happen, so they're in the clear. That's probably what I would do. Just be dishonest. Also, I mean, YouTubers are demanding content. So if you put out anything, you're going to get results. Even if you don't publish anything, they'll still find a little bit of content.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
SX Deluxe, Boomer and Chainsword. You got him.
E95,
Oh my God.
I heard some stuff from a guy who knows the production plans.
There you go. In 2017, they had the same banner
Yep.
at the exact same price.
Is that the only ping there is, or can you go? Is there any further back?
No, you.
Damn.
I tried 2012 and there was nothing. I gotta try 2016.
Yeah, I find some stuff in our little niche doesn't always have the most snapshots.
No, this has a million. This has it says it has 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah. It it exists in 2016. The donation thing. Very odd. I remember there was a God. What video did we do where 1D4chan was down, and we needed it for the video?
Oh yeah.
We went into the Wayback Machine to.
Yeah, I think it's still hard to find. I don't think. I think pretty much whoever was managing it gave up.
Yeah. Okay, so in 2015, they have the same thing, but it said that they've raised. It says needed 3,200 out of 3,000 received. So they've it actually happened for them. Oh my God! Like there's posts on here on this website. It's crazy. Does DakaDaka still exist? I haven't gone on there for a while.
Yeah, DakaDaka still exists.
I mean, it looks exactly the same. It's never changed.
Have they done any purging?
Never ever. Probably not.
I know there's some
Pretty
great
funny.
whips, some work in progresses on Daka.
There are. Some of them, all the photos don't work.
Yep. A lot of them, all the photos don't work.
Mm-hmm.
Lee Quinn, there was a janitor at Games Workshop who was releasing codexes early, a bit over a decade ago. Wow.
Interesting.
Aestheticus Deluxe, this leaked predicted the Templar releases 100%. Interesting. I don't know. I still don't really care until they're models that I can buy. Cryo the Punching Bag. When Fortnite makes a 40k crossover, it becomes mainstream. It would be a great deal for Games Workshop. Yeah, that sounds dope. Pine, could someone give me some advice on how to base models like raptors that already have land under their feet? Ooh, that can be a tough one. You could cut off the land and attach your own stuff like wood chips or cork. You could shave down as much of the land as possible and try to glue them really close to the ground, and then maybe just pile up a little bit of sand to try to hide it. Or you could just decide to base them based on the ground that's already attached to the model. Ian Leche, no, I need a big corporation to tell me what I should like.
Well, let's form a corporation and then tell you what you like.
Yeah. Pissing for distance. What are your hopes for the Christmas value boxes announcement tomorrow? Give me Chaos Knights or give me disappointments. Ooh, Chaos Knights would be kind of dope. 2 Chaos Knights in a box? I think I'd probably buy that. They're what? $1.50 a piece, so it'd be 200. So I'd be saving $100. I might do that. I like the Knights. They're cool, especially the Chaos Knights.
Yeah, but that sounds like a really good deal. So
it does sound like a good deal. I need to grab my white paint.
I always keep my white paint in my pocket. It's always near me. So I never have that embarrassing moment where I have to get my white paint.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine that? I always carry it on me in a holster.
Mm-hmm.
Cairo the Punching Bag, you say smart stuff and then start burping, which gives you Rick Sanchez vibes. No, he's just a pig.
Mm-hmm.
But aren't we all?
Still one of my favorite comments of all time. Somebody was like, man, I really, really like your videos, and you guys are so nice with the hobby, but why do you have to burp and sound like pigs?
Oh, is it so funny? Ah, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Thompson. In the grim darkness of the far future, there are no necks. Interestingly, Nick, that's really weird. You should see someone about that. You should see someone about that. Yeah, how does that make you feel? PJ McMurray, I have a problem where even if they announced a great deal on Guard tomorrow, I'm so far behind I couldn't justify it.
Makes sense. I think the Christmas bundles, I bet there'll be a Space Marine one. I bet there'll be a Chaos Space Marine one. I bet there won't be a Eldar one. I'd be shocked if there was a Knight one.
Probably not.
I maybe hope for a Death Guard one. Maybe a Sisters one would be nice.
Trying to think if there would be anyone that I would ever want to buy. Like, I don't know. I don't think there could be anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess maybe a really nice Seraphon one. Although the Seraphon already have some really good Start Collectings.
That's true. I would think about it if there was a Gloomspike Gits one that had just normal Gits in it. That'd be kind of fun. But yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Sean, I have a drink of beer every time the piggies burp.
Yeah.
Hey, that's us.
Yeah.
We're piggies. Eons of piggies. Daniel Bear. The thing about EOB is you have to have a very high IQ to understand the jokes.
Yes, yeah. I say that all the time.
Yeah. And some people just don't get it.
Cryo with a punching bag. Question: when we donate you money, can you order a pizza on stream? Maybe let us decide the toppings? I mean, that'd be funny, but I feel like it would be ruined by eating pizza on stream and the squishy noises and the grossness.
You know, I have a feeling that some people are into that. I bet if we're piggies, there's some there's some piggies out there too. That would like that.
RT, I kind of love the Phantom Menace, to be honest. Big nostalgia for the old PS1 game as well. Oh, I love the Phantom Menace. It's easily my favorite of the prequels, but I do not think it's a good movie.
No.
But I like it a lot.
I like it a lot too. Especially the pod racing. That doesn't make any sense. And is halfway through the movie.
Now this is pod racing.
Yeah, you have to suffer through a lot in order to get to that part. And it's even still not that great.
You know what though? The as long as the pod racing scene is, I think it's the best thing in the movies. Like, what is more exciting than the pod racing in 2 and 3?
Yeah, not much.
Like, I feel like the pod racing is a classic adventure thing. Just going on a race. A dangerous race. Like, the second movie has a lot of detective stuff going on with Obi-Wan. Anakin murders a village of Tusken Raiders. That's kind of adventure-y, I guess. His mom dies. That's adventure-y, maybe.
Woo! Adventure.
Yeah, those other movies, they don't really... I feel like they don't really get what they are. I think he thought he was making like a political drama with 2 and 3. Because as wild and winding as the plot is in Phantom Menace, there's not that much going on. Something, you know, the Trade Federation is being mean on Naboo. That's pretty much it.
Oh my goodness. Lucky bat. I liked it when Jar Jar stepped in the poop.
I also liked it when Jar Jar stepped in the poopy.
That was a fun part.
And then in 2 and 3 are all about how a guy named Sheev, which is hilariously close to Steve, becomes a democratically elected king of space.
It's an art. It really is an art. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Eric Martin, are we allowed to ask lore questions? I missed the Q&A streams.
Yeah, you can ask anything.
You can ask anything. You can say horrible...
If you ask lore, we might not know, but we'll try.
It's true. Yeah.
Nick's pretty good at the lore. I'm a little shaky sometimes. I don't know everything about everything.
Yeah. I read all the books. I've actually read all the Horus Heresy books. It's kind of weird that I didn't do the video on the Primarchs, but...
Yeah, well, you were busy.
It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I was busy reading the other books.
Yeah. Yeah, you were busy rereading Warrior Cats.
Exactly. Yeah, I can always... If I see people like in real life, like I'm driving and there's people like waiting at like an intersection, gonna walk like cross the street and stuff, and I look at them, I can tell if they've read that book series or not. You can just tell by looking at people if they've read Warrior Cats or not. Yeah. Battle Brothers tabletop. What inspired this paint scheme? Alcohol.
A little bit. And I had a set of paints, and I decided that I didn't want to get any different paints, so I just decided to paint using only the paints that came in that paint set. And this is what happened, and I liked it. So sometimes working off a limited palette will really, really give you something nice.
I like my my answer the best.
Mm-hmm. I was tipsy though. Well, I was drunk really when I painted my first one. And I also got drunk to paint the third one because I was on camera in the video. Sloppy is better.
Something like that.
And I painted a sloppy scheme while sloppy.
Yeah, you were sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good video.
Mm-hmm. Remember, that video was right after a bunch of people got mad at us burping, and so we put a burping trigger warning in the video.
Yeah.
Which I get it. I know some people burping is like nails in a chalkboard. They cannot hear it, but I don't know. I think maybe they need to lighten up a little.
Boom! Oh my god, you're destroying them. No, I agree though. I mean, Jesus Christ. It'd be funny if they were like they hated burping, but they love farts. Like farts are like the best thing.
That would be funny.
It's never that way though.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad.
Moth Miniatures. Outside of making videos and miniatures, do you guys have any other hobbies? D&D, video games, outdoor stuff? No.
We're strippers.
Yes, yeah, we're strippers.
Yeah, we're kind of a Tuesday kind of guys, you know.
Yeah,
Tuesday
the
morning,
day
really.
shift. Yeah.
Day shift. We open it.
Yeah. You know, the custodian is pushing around the mop.
Slip on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Distraction. Burping is better than slurping. If I had water right now.
Burping and slurping.
Burping and slurping. Guy with a punching bag. What's Warrior Cats? It's a series of books that dweebs read. Yeah. I don't know if they're good. They are. They might be because people really like them. But it was always the dweebiest, dorkiest kids that read Warrior Cats.
Yeah, where the cool kids were all reading like Harry Potter.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but yeah. Yeah. Well, usually the kids that read Warrior Cats already read Harry Potter when they were young.
That's true. Yeah.
And then they're looking for something more, and that's the Warrior Cats.
Jack Clark, in your opinion, what army is the most fun to play for a kill team? Ooh, that's an interesting question. I don't know how much I love the kill teams like the Veteran Guardsman, the one that came in Octeris, because it really takes a lot of work to pilot them correctly. I really had a good time with Space Marines. Just 5 Assault Intercessors were really, really fun. You just kind of get to do whatever you want because they have 3 activation points. Space Marines are really, really fun.
I don't know. Sounds like cheating to me.
Mm-hmm. Daniel Thompson, Animorphs was way better than Warrior Cats. I read Animorphs. I read all of Animorphs, even when it got real bad at the end, where there was choose your own adventure books. Battle Brothers Tabletop, 10 Repentia seems easy on the brain too. Boy, it is, but you're sitting there the entire time being like, please don't shoot at me, please don't shoot at me, please don't shoot at me, please don't shoot at me.
Oh, and I'm shooting.
But they hit like a ton of bricks. And their feel no pain is kind of fun. Although with 7 wounds, often you don't save enough with the feel no pain to keep them alive. Grenades are probably not a bad idea on the Repentia. You can put grenades on 5 of them, and that can at least give you a little bit of shooting.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
But I think I'm working on some sisters right now to supplement my Repentia, because I think 10 Repentia would be awesome against certain teams, like probably... I bet 10 Repentia would be okay maybe against veteran guardsmen, just because they can... The veteran guardsmen will just evaporate in close combat. I mean, an orc at least has 10 wounds, so there's a good chance of them not dying.
Right. But you got to make sure you spread out, or else you're going to have some problems.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, maybe I want to play my Repentia against Sean.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it sounds like we'll have 4 players this week.
Woo! So the correct number.
Yes. Unless someone drops out.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while that happens. But speaking of dropping out, we're going to drop out of this stream because it's 10 o'clock. And we had 2 videos already out this week. We actually have 2 more videos out later in the week. One on Friday and a Patreon exclusive episode on Saturday.
Ooh.
Pretty wild. And we have a Patreon only stream after the normal stream on Friday. And that's a call-in stream. You can actually chat with your voice. We can hear your sexy voice, and we have sexy voices, and we can all sexy voice it up.
Those streams are always a super fun, chill way to end the week.
They are.
But Patreons only.
Yeah.
So you all know what you have to do.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we'll be back with another live stream tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So join us for that.
Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Good night. And stream.